Yo, what's good? It's your boy Who Is D, right? I got Master Ty, OG, what's good? Big Measy,
Master OG Ty. If you're gonna say it, you gotta say it right,
Master OG
man.
Ty, Master
I see.
Yoda,
I see. He
Baby
went
Yoda.
and got a Adidas hat this episode.
The more dad
But yeah, but Master OG Ty on Instagram, man. I'm gonna pass it to my man Doc.
Y'all know who it is. It's Doc, the neighborhood know it all over here. Pass
Yeah,
it to G.
What's good, folks? It's George. Joker Eighth on Twitter. Fuck with me.
yeah, man. Rapping USA real hard right there. Squad, man. Look, man, let's go ahead and hop into this. This is a topic I really didn't want to talk about because Facebook had, uh, they had opinions for days, basically. Lizzo. Her outfit. We all seen the outfit, right? Everybody seen the outfit with the big shirt, the tall tee, with the with the ass missing. Everybody saw the outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Yeah.
saw this shit,
yeah, I
bro.
seen that.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
all
fire,
over
right?
social media.
Not by
That was
choice.
fire.
Sports. Let me stop.
Nah.
Yeah, man. Here's my opinion, man. Look, I have expressed my opinion via social media about Lizzo prior to this. I think she's a good songwriter. She's talented. She can write songs. She can play the flute. That's cool. But I just feel like she overrated, bro. I just feel like musically she's mad, bro. She's nominated for so many Grammys, bro. Why is Ari Lennox doesn't have a Grammy yet? What is this? Who's calling these shots? And I think this because she makes music that's, for some reason, white people consider it rap and hip hop, and then we consider it pop.
Yeah,
But I'll stick to the matter at hand. Her outfit was tacky, bro. Like, bruh, why do? It's a shirt,
yeah.
and you
It was
cut the
like a
ass out of the shirt.
Yeah, like it was super attention grabbing. Like it was just like a super clout chase. That's what it was.
Right.
Like,
Cut the ass
I
out of a
couldn't even
shirt, bruh.
believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, bro, like, why is they letting this lady do this? Like, if this was anybody else, like, all right, so when Gucci and Keisha went to the game, she had some tight spandex stuff on, but it was fully covered.
Right.
I mean, and I don't even have a problem with her. It's not even about her being like a big girl. Like, it's just
They want
inappropriate.
to make it about that. They want to make it about that. I seen,
Yeah,
I seen one argument that had pictures of cheerleaders. It was like their ass out. I was like, excuse me. First
Nigga,
of all,
that's a cheerleader.
and
right,
their ass is covered. First of all,
right.
her bare ass is showing in a thong. And
Very
bruh,
inappropriate.
who? That's so. Beyond it being inappropriate, it's just whack. Like who
Yeah.
cuts the ass out of a shirt? I said even gay niggas have clothes that are designed with the ass out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna wear your ass out, go buy some designer shit with your ass out. You literally was like, I'm gonna kill him today. I'm gonna cut this hole in the back of my t-shirt and
No,
show my
word.
ass. Like that's so whack. You so whack.
And then and then she the fat girl with the flat ass. Like nobody want to see that shit, cuz.
Bruh, oh,
Stop
I ain't
fucking
said
playing around.
I ain't touching that.
Whatever, bro. I'll touch it. Hey, y'all niggas don't want to touch nothing, cuz. Everybody trying to see the
I ain't
fat
touching
chick with the
that.
flat ass, bro. There's
I
hella
ain't touching
overweight
that.
chicks out
Let 'em-
here, and they still got the round booty.
Let them go in. Let them go in.
But this chick just want all this attention for what? You're like, yo, to be honest, she's been getting a pass on getting shit cooked all for a minute. That fucking little album cover when she big as hell, grabbing her feet. Like, what are you
Oh, shit.
doing?
Here he
What are
he
you doing?
snapping.
Like, we got it. We let you go already. You
You're
getting
in the
these
red
free,
form
you
right
getting
now.
these free fucking
This Super
accolades
Saiyan
for
George right here.
subpar music. Let's be real.
Thank you. Thank that's just,
Subpar music.
we just stay on that.
And she can
Subpar
just
music.
chill the fuck out.
Well,
Okay?
I don't really listen to it.
You don't feel like it's
I heard,
pandering, bro?
I heard that one song that was all
Truth
I
hurts.
heard
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I heard that song on the
Yeah.
radio, but I really don't. It didn't
Yeah.
interest me enough. I didn't even think that song was that good. So
And,
I
and
mean,
she's hella
good
and she's
songwriting.
textbook big, bro. Who played the flute, bro? Who plays the flute like that? Big girls,
Who plays
bro.
the flute and try to who plays the flute and try to make it hip?
Right.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill him at this BET
Oh, I'm about to
show.
shut the
I'm gonna
club
pull
down
up
with this flute.
and pull his flute out my ass and play this shit right quick, bro.
Didn't
Like,
even hear that
but,
shit.
no,
I didn't even hear
I
that
mean,
shit. Like, why are
to
you
be
doing
honest,
the whole
bro,
solo?
it ain't got nothing. It ain't got nothing to do with her being big because if anybody wore a T-shirt with the ass cut out, we had some shit to say, bro.
No,
I think we all agree. We were like, "What
No,
is that you're wearing there?"
no,
And they want to make her safe from it because she's big.
No, you
I personally
He said
think
no,
it's
you
pan.
wouldn't.
I'm
I
just-
would.
I'm just
I
saying, if
personally
your
think
ass
it's
was actually
pandering,
round,
bro.
though,
No,
you
I
would have
wanted.
less of a
I
problem.
would. I got
no,
kids.
I
Listen,
It
hate
was
that.
kids that became.
Bro,
I
y'all
hate
don't
that.
think that y'all don't think the industry and half of these so-called fans are pandering her, bro. Live your truth, girl. That's right. Be confident. So y'all ain't gonna call that shit whack when it is when he really is whack.
If
It's
I brought
not.
my
You're not.
kid, if
You're
I
not.
brought my kid to the game and had to see that shit, cuz I'm pissed. She need to go.
Well, what it is it's a chess move because it's like this. It's like, first of all, she can do that, go out there because people are going to defend her because she is a bigger girl. They're gonna say it's about that when it's not really about that. But
Not
the
real
thing is,
love. Though.
but
Not real love.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The thing is, you got an army of people, but I think she know that though. You know what I mean? I think it's like a chess move. It's like, hey, I could do this because people going to defend me for doing it. You know what I mean?
I seen another
I think
video of
her
her.
weight is like the new gay shit. Like just
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
niggas coming
saying,
defending
right?
like gay people all the
Like
time.
fat
Now
shaming
defending
and
her
shit.
Like, nah, you
yeah,
can't
like
just do
fat
whatever.
Can
the
I
fuck
ask
you
y'all a
want.
question? Can I ask y'all a question? This is to put this out there and pick y'all brain a little bit. Why isn't it a white musician of the same size of the same popularity? Why it had to be black? I think that's intentional.
The closest
Adele
Joan
was
is
big.
Adele.
Closest, but Adele not wild.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Adele
and
can
she's
actually sing.
super talented. Yeah,
And big
she's
facts,
crazy.
big facts, big facts,
So
big facts.
crazy.
she ain't doing no wild shit like that. But
That's
Lizzo,
big
for
facts.
real, she doesn't have like some outlandish talent that nobody else can do what the fuck she done doing, for sure.
She could play the
So
flute.
she's definitely just doing gimmicky type shit.
Yes.
Kind of
Yes, I
like
agree.
I thought Lil Nas X was gonna do for a minute. I thought that
Yeah.
nigga was gonna be doing all like wearing that fucking cowboy hat and shit. That shit fell off, but he started making other little songs, which is straight.
He got
But I thought that nigga was
decent
about to be
songs.
straight up. Yeah, I thought the nigga was about to be straight up just wearing this cowboy shit out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I'm
Like
happy he did.
a whole.
But Lizzo
gimmick,
need to
like,
figure out her
super
fucking life.
gimmick. Yeah.
Man, it's
I
just.
think it's just a clout chase. I think it just was for
it's a
attention.
big.
I think it was specifically like engineered for attention. Like I think that's what she did. Like I know she playing it out like that.
But it's just making me mad how people are just so fearful of calling it out for what it is. Like, bro, okay, she big, and we not talking about the fact that she big. We talking about the fact that it's lame. It's just lame. It's like, it's. Yeah, I know you got some shit to say about that shit. I seen your argument on Facebook. Like, it's just lame, bro. To me, I mean, go ahead, dog. I know you got some shit to say about it.
I mean, I agree with George all the way. I feel like that I was supposed to see like this. We watched, I don't know whether it was the BET Awards or whatever it was, where Rihanna came out and the whole see-through jump where you could like damn near see her nipples through the jump, and
No, I think that was like a fashion. That was like a fashion like
It was
show.
a goddamn t-shirt.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
It was a t-shirt.
it doesn't matter. The fact
She
that it
just didn't
matters,
have no bra on.
the fact,
Totally different, man.
the fact that it matters, nah, because I agree with y'all in terms of the fashion thing. I've even like a lot of the females that I talk to that are on that fashion life thing, like they're like, if she went about it in a more fashionable way, then a lot less people would have something to say about it. But
Facts.
I still agree with George. Don't know about if she was fit, there would be less
Oh,
conversation.
shit.
I'm just being real. That's just it is what it is. Like
Even if she was that same weight, but her ass was round, it'd have been better.
like if
But
it
we had
was-
to look at some dimply, flat
like this is
bullshit.
I
The
don't-
fucking thong was off to one side, all weird. It
then
looked like someone stretched a thong across a brick wall, nigga. I was
Listen,
like, what the fuck
I ain't
is
gonna
going
hold
on?
you. This shit did look kind of wild.
Wow, like that's wow.
I was like, it ain't no way it smelled good in that area.
When I say fit, I don't necessarily mean small. So let me just throw that out there. And like I asked you, I don't necessarily mean small. I don't mean thin. I don't mean slim. I don't mean none of
I
that.
just mean that thing needs to be a little round.
Proportionate and round and nice looking. You know, so I've seen big girls with nice, ass and they look all right. Like that's not the issue.
That
The
ain't
issue is
her.
just not big. It's just
Push back. So
the
females would
difference between.
say, "Well, I gotta wear something to make it. I gotta look good to you, but I look good to myself."
And that's
Okay,
cool.
cool. And you look
that's
stupid
cool.
on that court.
Right.
I mean, it's just.
It's still gonna be subjective opinion. She thinks she look good. There's men that think she look good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them, obviously. Like I got an issue with that part, and I'm making that known. Like
I think she was foolish.
I think that it was clout chasing though. I feel like that no press is bad press. She knew she was gonna go viral. She knew that, you know what I'm saying, that it was gonna be something that everybody gonna be talking about. So and her friends ain't shit. for letting her even go through with it. Her
Friends
friends
not.
ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Your friends was
I
gassing
seen a
her in the car. Was like, yeah, you doing it? No, you wasn't.
I seen a picture. It was a little boy like 2 rows behind her, bruh. Like
Disgusting.
even if you go, yeah, like even if you gonna wear that, bruh, you sit in the box. Like don't be down on the
Of course, she
front
gotta
row,
be in the
bruh.
front,
And she
bro. She
hopped
gotta
up
be.
there.
Man, get that shit the fuck out of here, man. Get
She
that shit the
hopped up,
fuck out of
bro.
That whole
here.
arena had to see that shit.
Hell
Man,
yeah.
nobody
Everybody
like.
saw it. They put the camera on it. It was a whole.
But she acted like she was so surprised when the camera hit her. Like, oh my god, I can't believe the camera's hitting me. Bitch, you know what you was doing before you
know
got to this
exactly
game.
what
Right.
he was doing.
She knew what she was doing. She knew. I
Yeah.
told you she
Looking
was
like a
playing this
fucking
shit
shadow
out.
in that corner. Hell yeah, the
It's
camera
just-
go figure out what's
it's just-
going on.
I don't care how good it looked, bro. If it was Cardi B's manufactured ass that's perfectly round, if you wear a tall tee and cut the ass out, I'm finna have something to say, bro. I'm
But
just
Cardi B just like fine as shit.
Here's my argument. Here's my argument though. If she would have wore a tasteful outfit that was showing her ass, right? Maybe it was even see-through. We probably would have been like, I wouldn't wore it, but all right, whatever.
I still would have had the same comment.
I mean, it would have been less conversation. It's the fact that you literally wore a fucking t-shirt with your ass cut out. like I just
That
can't
outfit,
get over that.
That
son.
outfit was like,
It's not designer,
$1,000.
bro.
just.
It's a terrible outfit, bro.
But I mean, if that's what she want to do, well, I'm not mad at her for doing it. I'm just mad at like the way it was done. Like you can't do it like.
Real ghetto.
Where
and
that
just
shit at? Where that a
like-
concert?
Yeah, it just looked distasteful. Like
Yes.
shaking your ass on TV. Everybody, like I'm not gonna say everybody, every woman doing that now. Like that's the thing. Okay, you see that all over the internet. You see that all over everywhere. Kids see it. It's all over TV and all the. That's not the problem. The problem is having taste with it. The problem is like y'all said, fashion. Like if you're gonna do it right. Like I couldn't see it like Cardi B. I could never see her coming out in an outfit like that. She's gonna come out with some fashionable,
She got a budget for that.
quality move. Like she's gonna do it the right way. Like she just
Yeah.
kind of.
Like, have you seen Cardi B's like court pictures, bro? The way she be pulling up the
Yeah.
fucking court,
Bro,
she's
she
going
said she
off
has-
for
she has-
court.
She said she has a budget for that, bro. She has a
I
budget.
think we all can agree that Cardi B is fine as shit. I'm gonna
Nah,
say.
I mean,
Yeah,
she's
she-
straight. I'm not gonna. I would never wife Cardi though. That shit is
I mean, I would like Cardi.
I
She got a
would.
Well,
six
I don't know if
pack.
you saw
I would
Instagram.
never
She
wife.
did give.
But she can
Gave
get
Offset $500,000
Yeah.
on his birthday, bro.
And that nigga cheat.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
she nigga
cake.
500,000, bro.
Damn, I wish.
That's
Jesus
stupid as
Christ,
fuck.
bro.
I would never give nobody 500,000 as a gift.
I mean, if you got it,
No,
But they
never in
married.
fucking life.
You crazy.
you got it. I mean, if you got it.
That's
you know.
dumb as shit.
Yeah,
No
they
matter how much
married.
money I
But
make, I would never give you just 500,000 as a gift.
For
That-
what?
Speaking of-
I mean,
Man,
I don't know, man. When you making money like that, it don't matter.
It don't
I guess-
matter.
And,
He said that
listen,
it was nothing she really can get him that he don't already own.
and
You
the
don't give that
thing
nigga
is,
shit.
he married, so it's
That's
gonna get
his
spent
wife.
in the family anyway.
right?
That's
I
fine.
guess.
Like
Yeah.
Mm.
But speaking of bad friends, rest in peace, Juice World. Y'all, everybody heard the story about Juice World. Bama ass pilot said that he saw weapons get on the plane, so he snitched. When the plane arrived, he got nervous and swallowed like 10 or more Percocets. So the conversation is this: I was watching the Meek Mill and Charlamagne the God interview, and Meek was talking about how he used to pop like 10 Percocets a day. And what do y'all think we got to do as a culture to get away from these hardcore drugs? And secondly, they caught him with 70 pounds of weed, so that's obviously not recreational. Obviously, he was moving that somewhere. Do y'all think his friend should have took that L for him, even with the pills?
Yeah.
I feel like he's the money maker, right?
Yeah,
He's
that's
making the millions. He's making the millions, bro. If it's 3 weapons and 10 plus Percocets and 70 pounds of weed, somebody should take that L,
no
not the
question.
millionaire.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the friends supposed to take that.
Yeah,
I think it was
no
just
bullshit.
handled. It was handled the wrong way, like entirely. So
Yeah.
I feel like they should have definitely took that.
But these
You-
kids,
you
but
always
these-
got.
the answer to both of them is the same. These kids don't really. It don't happen like shit used to do
Get
back in the
that,
day.
yeah.
They don't understand. Like, look, this nigga right here making his money for us, bro.
Right is the one. Right. Yeah,
It's not
like,
gonna be the hardest sentence for whoever, but we do know this nigga need to stay out of jail to make us some
Yeah.
fucking money. And then on another part, no one's there to tell these kids like this is not what you be doing with these fucking drugs, bro. Like y'all are just
Right.
being fucking stupid. and they don't
Yeah,
listen. Like
you
you
don't
tell them
move
like y'all are
70
being fucking stupid, bro.
you don't move 70 pounds of weed on a commercial flight. That's just first. If you're gonna do that, like
I don't think it was.
private
Was
He
it
was
planes.
on.
It was a
He was
commercial
on a.
flight.
Nah, he was on a jet.
But I mean,
Oh,
it's gonna you going if you're gonna do something like that, like you definitely fly super private. Like it's
he
not
said
gonna
You
he's
be
fly
saying
some
like
every
shit that's
he's
been
saying like
known to let
everybody
shit
should be
go.
on your payroll.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
like
ask
right.
somebody that
Everybody's
does this
supposed
shit
to
all the
be
time who y'all fly
yeah.
with.
Yeah, right. You're not supposed to just pick some random pilot that
Yeah,
may or
bro.
may
Right,
not. Like that's crazy.
That's what I'm
right.
saying.
Yeah, I
The
hear you.
youth don't listen to older people. I'm sure there was one person in the fucking game. All these people coming out saying stuff after the fact about how he, I liked him, all this other stuff. Yo, niggas knew what he was doing. One of y'all could have told him do X, Y, and Z, and y'all can either say y'all did, and the nigga just don't listen like the rest of the generation, or
Mhm.
it's whatever.
But then to answer
Well,
your question though, I do want to answer though, just to answer the first question, just I think one of the most simplest things, even though it's not simple, but one of the simplest things we could do is just introduce proper meditation to help them with the PTSD that they done dealt with anyway, and the stress that they dealing with as artists, as people in the limelight, and that type of thing. Proper meditation, proper mental health therapy via talk therapy, definitely, but meditation, like the guy, I can't think of his name right now, but he's a psychologist and black psychologist, and he has a show on one of those. Damn, I'm blown. I can't think of the name of it, but he interviews. He'll do his therapy session on YouTube with endless with rappers.
Oh, I know you talk about.
I can't think of his name right now, but it's an old
Yeah, I know.
head dude, and
Yeah.
he
Oh
talks them through it. You know what I'm saying? He done had Chief Keef on there. He done had
God,
like
that's a
Joey
good one.
Badass. Like he done had different rappers on there, and by the end of it, you always they always come out of it with new perspective and having grown from the experience. So I feel like talk therapy and meditation is definitely sort of things that could take their dependency on drugs and other harmful coping mechanisms away.
yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, I think I think that's extremely important for dealing with the PTSD aspect of it, and depression and anxiety and wanting to get away. And I think another thing with these drugs is um they don't fear them like how our generation fear them. Our generation knows there's certain shit you don't do because you get hooked on it, right? We're not gonna smoke crack, bro. We're not gonna pop certain pills, bro. And I think this other generation just thinks, oh, I'm gonna do it to have a good time. I'm a party. And I think even when they do some of these drugs, they get to reach a different level of thought, right? Some of these drugs open your eyes up and they continuously pop them, and then they end up being an addict, right? I seen Trippy Red say that he not gonna do no other drugs besides weed.
But
But
we, yeah,
the thing about that is you can't just say that, bro. Bro. You about to have some severe withdrawals. Like you need to be checking yourself in somewhere. To just say you're gonna kick it cold turkey, it don't work like that.
Nah.
And I don't know if we can get to a place right now where there's no drug talk because it's so
that was the problem. That's the thing. The problem is the difference between our generation and their generation is the people who influenced us was like, yeah, they sold it because of their situation, but even in their rhymes, they talked about how more or less they didn't necessarily want to be doing it. Like it was just, a fact of their situation. Like that was
And now the
their
kids
only
hype them
option.
doing it.
For real. Now the kids are growing up and their influences are like, this is what we're doing. This is cool. Everybody should be doing it, and they don't talk about that. Really, they're using it for their stress. Most of the time, they talk about using it in a party sense, and then
exactly
that's where they get that over usage from because they
right.
partying on it and that type of thing, and then they get the stress from they celebrity, and then
Mhm.
they equate the two. They like, okay, I'm stressed. I want to feel good, so I'm going to take the drug. You know what I'm saying? And that whole equation in their subconscious mind, like, okay, these drugs make me feel good. This drug make me feel a certain way. When I feel bad, this is what I'm going to run to.
Uh, it's a tough one. It's a tough one because I mean, the PTSD from the hood is serious. You see a lot of your friends get killed, go to jail, and you really aren't the same person after some of the experiences. So I mean, I piggyback on what you said, Doug. I think proper meditation, definitely therapy. Like,
Proper meditation and proper perspective can lead to a level of understanding that separates the stress of the situation from how you feel as an individual. I hope I'm saying that right. Um, a person who see they or know that they friends die, because most of the time, especially listening to Kendrick Lamar, you get that type of concept where you'll be on tour, hundreds of miles away from the situation, and you find out one of your men died, and there's nothing you can do about it, and they end up having stress from that and that type of thing. Like, but the perspective that you gain, increasing your level of consciousness, awareness of things like karma, things like generational karma, and that type of thing, to where you can kind of separate yourself from it versus just making it 100% personal. Everybody they're born in more of an emotional from an emotional stop versus us was more like logical, like practical. I mean to say, not logical, practical stop. If I'm making any sense. So when I say that, I just mean like if you think of like the rappers from the 80s and 90s, like for example, the first rapper popped in my head just now was like a Beanie Siegel. Like if you think of somebody like who was from the streets and that type of thing, they they was of the mindset of okay, this is just a part of the game. That's what I mean when I say practical. This is just a part of the game. Niggas is gonna die. Your men is probably a lot of your men is probably gonna die, and I don't have no real emotion about it. Like it's just is what it is.
and
Like
that's not necessarily healthy either, though.
it's not, but at the same time, it's not. It didn't turn into drug dependency. That may have turned into them
More,
not having emotions, them
which is yeah,
retaliating, them
yeah.
XYZ. But it didn't turn into a self
I don't want
self-destructive
to make.
act.
I don't want
And
to
it's
pick
not
which one is the lesser
right,
evil, though.
right. At the same time, but at the
Yeah.
same time, me being an objective individual, how I try to be, like personally, something that could possibly in my life is going to be worse than me retaliating. That's just me, how I feel about it. Like if the drugs that the drugs, alcohol, and patterns could possibly make shorten my own life, to me is definitely worse than going through life not having emotions, because then you still have your life, and
Shit,
then
you
a
push
lot of
that
them.
in. You push that in and don't have no emotions, and you still be out here wilding. Or that shit
Mm.
come out at one time, and now you in a different situation where
But that's what I'm saying. Look at our rap. Look at the rappers that we grew up listening to. They still alive. A lot of them, they ended up getting kids, having their girl, getting the kid, and that type of thing. And then once they had kids, their emotion kind of came back and was like, okay, this whole new perspective of life. But I still have my life.
well,
Where this generation is like, they don't even
let's
consider it past the drug use.
let's separate it from a generational debate. How does this generation, or how do we as the older generation help this generation, right? Or what do y'all think is gonna be the turning point for where we at musically, as far as like condoning the drug usage and making it a party thing? What do y'all think is going to change at, or y'all think it's just going to continue to permeate and
Do what Big Sean doing and making talking about mental health cool,
I mean,
making
y-
meditation cool and going to
yeah,
therapy not taboo.
it's not gonna be cool until like the rappers and stuff,
Right.
make it cool. So like even in my music, like we used to be wild Darius back in the day. We used to be doing everything, any kind of
I'm a
drug.
Christian. I'm a Christian.
Yeah. But anyway, you know how it was. But now, even when I in my music, I'd be like, I'm sipping water, not sipping lean, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to, cause it got to be cool. Ain't nobody gonna listen. That's the thing. Like our music is like our culture. Like that's why black people so protective over their music and stuff like that. So if we put it in there, like Mick Jenkins, for example, if you listen to Mick Jenkins, he talk about drink more water and stuff like that. So I think it's just like we just gotta us as the older generation got to make it seem cool to be healthy and be doing your thing. All you need is some good ganja. You know what I'm saying? You could drink liquor
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I mean? So
I'm
I
of the
don't know, man.
mindset, like from college, I always felt like there is a weed for everything you want to feel from
No
other drugs.
bullshit. That's what
And we
I'm
would sit
thinking.
around before we go buy weed, hit up all the different drug dealers we know, like, oh, okay, he got this, he got this. We would Google that shit, figure out what we want to do. Okay, today we busting the fuck out laughing tonight, the whole fucking night. The next day we gonna be tripping, seeing shit the next day, and we
Right.
would go get that. So I just don't understand why they just don't expand their weed horizons or something. But when it comes to when somebody's actually gonna stop, make a big change, I think more bodies will have to drop. More worthwhile bodies will have to drop. I'm not saying Juice WRLD wasn't worthwhile, but he wasn't a big, like, one of the top tier kind of people. It would have to be somebody really like shooting up there that just dies from a drug overdose or some similar shit
Right.
before people really be like, okay, we gotta fucking
I
chill.
think Juice's situation is gonna cause a lot more people to stop though. Like you say, he wasn't top tier,
In his
but
in his in
I
his
feel
in
like
his
he
realm,
he
sure.
might have been
Like in his tier, yeah, sure, they'll
the.
stop. But I'm talking
Nah, I
about
mean,
I'm talking about
period.
overall. I don't think so.
I feel like his influence, like anybody, I don't know how much Juice WRLD you might listen to, but he's one of the only ones of this newer generation of hip hop that I kind of really listen to.
Mm.
And he was like one of the more talented ones in my opinion. So it's like I feel like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He
he was.
he got a he got a he had an influence. You know what I'm saying. That's going to permeate. I don't think that that's going to go by lightly. I think that that's going to change a lot. And somebody like a Trippy Red saying that they're not going to do no more drugs, that type of thing, like it's going to be a trickle down effect from that.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Trippy Red look like he belong on drugs,
I'm
man.
about to say Trippie
I
Red
gotta
can't even
say,
fucking read. That
He-
nigga already popped a whole rack of
Yeah,
pills
that's
that
since he
nigga,
said
he
that.
look like he just be high, bro.
That nigga don't understand what's
Like,
going on.
bro. I
I
don't
seen a video of him
understand
smoking weed. He don't even know how to smoke weed properly. He don't even be in
exactly,
here.
bro. Like I don't understand how these niggas be scared of these niggas. Like man, these niggas be super
Like
goofy.
what?
What the hell, bro? You beefing with somebody,
No
bro?
disrespect to Trippy Red, but that's just how you look, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Bro, come on, bro. I would
But
never take you serious.
yeah, man, I do hope it changes soon. Um, I don't know what it is that draws them to these drugs. Like I got prescribed Xanax, and I took that shit like once or twice, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Man,
Like I don't even like the way this shit made me feel. And I had Percocet one time when I had a toothache,
it's
and I
the
was like,
negative depth is the problem. So it's like when you if you don't go but so low, then when you take it, you're not gonna go but so high. It's one of those
shit,
like
nigga, I'm depressed. That's what I got prescribed for.
there's levels, and you know
Yeah, there's
that.
big levels to it. Yeah, there's levels to it.
Like be
I
real.
just I can't I can't I
And
can
then
imagine
in terms of
how
like the stress, like the
yeah.
stress part is another thing, and then like there's just so many other variables that go into how effective a drug is gonna be or
Sure,
how
sure.
high that it's gonna take you in terms of like a psychosis concept, a psychiatrist concept. My other thing in terms of being objective is just you're going. I feel like that the survival of the fittest thing is happening. So there's a lot of people that are taking drugs that aren't dropping. Some people are just gonna like how one of I think it was Georgia Ty. One of them said that more bodies are gonna end up dropping. Like
yeah.
that's just gonna happen. Like you're gonna keep seeing it happen. Like and that's just people who, for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying. That's what they went to. It gave them a type of high that that maybe weed didn't give them, or the level of weed that they got to this point didn't give them. But yeah.
Well, fellas, let's transition to something on a way lighter note. Rest in peace, Juice World, though. You know what I'm saying? Rest
Peace.
easy, young man.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
let's go ahead and move on to a male's perspective or a man's perspective, whatever y'all want to call it. I got two questions from a female. The first one is this: what are friends with benefits? I thought this was a no-brainer, but
Friends with benefits is a friend that you can enjoy some consensual, casual. Uh, I don't want to say the wrong word.
intercourse, sir. Say
There we
that
go.
shit.
There we go. There we go. Intercourse with, and y'all can both be adults about the situation. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Keep it moving afterwards. It don't got to be no clingy thing. You could just be, buddies. Like you could be
Would that
best
be a
friends.
situationship?
I
Mm.
mean, no, not if you just best friends and like if you honestly have no like obviously you got to have some kind of feelings for somebody if if you clapping down with them. So I would say if you have a relationship like that or y'all could be friends and not take it to the situationships kind of standpoint, nobody getting mad at nobody about nothing, then hey man, just be friends with benefits. Just be best friends that just get down sometimes.
You
I
think
think you
that's
could do it.
possible?
Yeah, I think you could do it.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't think it's gonna last very
That's
long there,
college.
but it's possible.
So y'all all agree that friends with benefits is basically somebody you friends with that you can smash without
Yeah,
feelings.
yeah,
Everybody agrees on that
It's like
definition.
a hiccup. Like, oh yeah, we smashed.
yeah.
Hiccup.
Like
I wouldn't necessarily call it.
It's like a hiccup, cuz.
yeah,
Nigga,
yeah.
but
you
It's a
know, it's like
sexual
hiccup.
hiccup,
I don't know
cuz.
what I don't know what kind of
It's a
hiccup you
sexual
having,
hiccup,
man.
cuz.
I,
Once you
I,
start talking
Hiccup.
about, once you start talking about, oh, we like each other more than that, we close. This is my brother. That's when it's a situationship. But if y'all just, vibe with each other, whatever, it's a party. Y'all go on smash, and y'all know y'all just gotta keep it between yourselves. Or something. Y'all friends with benefits.
Yeah.
I don't. Well,
like I said, I think it can work. I just don't think it can work long term. I don't think
I,
that
think
that's
I
gonna
think it
last
yeah.
can.
long.
All
I
right.
think it
So
can. I honestly know it can, bro.
I agree that that's probably the definition of friends with benefits. I'm of the perspective that I don't think it can last. I think if it does last, it'll be a very weird friendship. Cause like I've had one of my best friends in the whole wide world. We don't talk like that no more. Ty know who I'm talking about, but we smashed, and it was a very strange friendship from that point forward, bro. It was very strange. Like we smashed a few times, but it was always when I call it strange. All right, a friend is like you when they come up to you, pull up to your house, whatever, right? Y'all just chilling. Y'all just watch a movie, nothing, whatever, right? But it was like she would pull up to my house chilling, and we would cuddle or some shit like that. That's a little past friends, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
It made the relationship strange
Yeah.
after that. It's like we didn't know how to define this, bro.
But that's
I agree.
when the people aren't mature enough that's involved. I don't know if it was you or if it was her.
Nah, he just not mature. He probably falling in love.
Nah, well, we,
See,
I was,
he
you know,
said where you heard the
the thing
word.
about it is the thing about it is she knew that I was not ready for no serious relationship at the point in my life. I think that she wanted to be in a relationship, but she just
What I
knew
tell
like
you?
it's no way this nigga is ready.
Nah, man.
And that's what happened, cuz. That's what
Man, I know
happened.
what
I'm sticking
happened.
to it. That's exactly what happened, bro.
That's not at all what happened.
She told me that cancers have the fire vagina. She taught me that in life. She's a very
No,
good friend, man. Very good friend.
man, stop talking about that on like on this.
I ain't say no names. Next question. Next
All right,
question.
let's get
This
to the next
a good
question.
follow up question. Is sex a big factor in a relationship?
Of course.
To you gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
It's pretty simple.
Uh,
Wow. Simple questions.
you say a big factor. Do you mean like a big factor as is it good enough or not having enough of it?
I think both. I would say both because I think that if she's number one, it could be frequency, and then number two could be quality. Like if you have sex and y'all not having a good time, that could
Listen,
put a strain on the relationship.
I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I could work with anything. You dig me? So
Like
work
you
with
work with
any,
you can work with a Lizzo.
bro. I could work
Bro,
with. I'm just
we
gonna
don't
say I
know.
could work with
We don't know what
anything.
Lizzo got.
I could work with anything. I make it happen, and I make it happen like it never happened before. So
Lizzo
you
be
know,
eating.
hey man,
I don't think the quality of it matters as much. I remember in college, bro. I would knock down a chick, and I'm like, man, this shit was terrible. And I know, and then the dude would come behind me and wife the shit out of this. I'm like, why would this nigga wife this shit? And I'm
To
just
him, it might be fire though,
and I
bro.
was
It
yeah,
might be
and then,
fire to
yeah,
him.
no, it don't. That's what I'm saying. It's definitely not fire. And like other people would tell me, like,
To
nah,
him
bro.
though, it's probably
Yeah, to
torch,
him,
bro.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
So
great.
to each his
Man,
own. I don't know what kind
yeah,
of quality shit they think they normally getting. So to each their own.
yeah,
But
good point.
everybody has somebody, and
it'll just
you
be a
find
factor
something.
if I was never getting it type shit. That's the only time it'd be a factor. If you just wasn't
Yeah,
giving it to me at all, that's when I think it'd be an honest factor.
yeah.
But
When
other
I
than
was
that,
married, oh,
go ahead. I know your story, but go
when I was married, it was a huge factor. My wife, and y'all might call me apathetic for this,
Yeah, I
but
want to hear this.
she had painful intercourse. I forgot the name of it,
Oh, she
but
has a. I know what it's called,
yeah,
cuz.
you know what I'm talking about when they just have pain. I, like I, you
Damn,
know.
you left her and divorced her.
Well, here's the thing.
That's
Cold
exactly
blooded.
why
He a
he.
cold
Why
blooded
he
Hold on.
left.
Here's the
motherfucker on
thing.
this
Yeah,
Chill,
buddy.
podcast.
chill the fuck
Yeah,
out.
he left her.
Cold
He
blooded
left
Chill,
her.
motherfucker
chill.
on
Hold
this
on, chill.
podcast.
Let me tell the whole story. The thing about it is we was Christians, right? Y'all know if people that are
Y'all
not
was?
familiar with
Damn.
who I am. I used to be that. I was a devout Christian for like a little, I think about 5 years or so. So
Yeah,
we
I
was
remember
trying
that
to
shit. I tried
be
to get a
abstinent.
tattoo and you was like, that shit is sinful. Motherfucker. I was
Yeah,
like, this nigga did
man.
not just tell me this shit is sinful.
I had a lot to learn, dog. Damn, dog.
Yeah,
Chill, man.
definitely.
So look, we was trying to be abstinent, but a couple times we slipped up and had sex, and it was vicious. It was wet. You know what I'm saying? It was no problems, no issues, bruh. Like the day of the honeymoon, bruh. That's when I found out she has this situation, right? So took her to the doctor, all that. They couldn't find nothing wrong. I was talking to my therapist at the time about it. He was like, "Well, maybe it's psychological," and blah 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 blah. And then it just got to the point that we just didn't have sex, bro. Like for months, bro. It'd be like one time every 4 months, bro. And I personally think, yeah, bro. And I personally think that causes a lack of intimacy in other areas because it's sex is supposed to be this one specific thing that you do with this person if you're in a monogamous relationship that makes it special, right? And it increases our intimacy in other ways.
Right.
So I think it's a big factor. You know what I'm saying? Like I think quality is just as big as frequency. Because if you having sex with somebody and you're not enjoying it, you're gonna stop having sex with them frequently.
So what about this though? If you're gonna have sex, but the head was bomb, would that make up for it? Was the head if the head was bomb and generous? Would that be more than
100%? Let me answer this. 100% that'll make up for it. I would be fine.
Yeah, because that's included in sex.
I think
right?
I think sometimes that's even more intimate than just having sex. Like when a chick look up at you when she's throwing down, you be like, God damn, girl, I love shit. I love you.
Nigga try to wipe that shit.
Nah, it's fact. Because you just looking down, you like, damn, she don't get nothing out of this but making me happy.
Yeah, it's just like, oh man.
Like, look at you go. Like, God.
I'm so proud of you.
It's funny as shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think sex. I mean, more the story for me. I think Doc, you gotta go too. More the story for me is sex is very important and frequency and quality. And I think like if you are having issues with the quality, this time y'all can work together as a couple. And if y'all having issues with the frequency, y'all should definitely fix that ASAP because that's gonna cause some intimacy issues. From my personal experience, it did.
I think that I think from the perspective that you engaged so far that you're kind of looking at it backwards. So I think that the quality of your sex is going to be based off the level of intimacy that y'all have versus the other way around.
Shit, I don't know. I had some crazy ass sex with one night stands, bro.
I've been blindfolded and smashing chicks.
Hey man,
there's literal differences.
I'm not saying that you can't. I'm not
back when we
saying
was tattooing, man.
I don't know, bro. I had some quality sex, bro.
I can't. We can't rock with that one.
I can't concur. Wait, I'm talking about in terms of being in a relationship is what I'm talking about. I guess
okay.
I'm talking about the scope of the question. We're talking about the scope of the question. I'm assuming that this person is talking about within a monogamous relationship. That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm just saying, you can think of every relationship you're in.
Yeah, she said in a relationship.
Who had the best what?
Yeah, she said in a relationship.
Yeah, within the concept of talking about being in a one-on-one relationship is what I'm talking about. When you're with somebody for a certain amount of time and all of that, like that's what I'm referring to. I'm not saying that one night stands can't be torched. Like without no intimacy, y'all just meet each other, click, make it happen. Like yes, it can be torched. I get it. We're not talking about that. We're talking about being with somebody over the course of the time, talking and being with each other, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that if that intimacy isn't there, then your sex is gonna take a hit, and it's gonna keep happening. So your sex night is hit, and then your intimacy is gonna take a hit, which is gonna make the sex not hit, and it's gonna keep bouncing back and forth. But it's definitely important, though. It's that in terms of relationship, it's definitely a thing that needs to be fulfilling for both parties, and if it's not, it's definitely gonna cause an issue.
And like to push back and play devil's advocate a little bit. What if y'all mad intimate, but one person just has trash ass sex?
I
That's
don't
gonna
feel like you could. I don't feel like you could be that intimate though. If yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
No,
don't feel
no.
like-
What I mean is like y'all connecting on every level. Y'all madly,
but
in
I
love
don't
or
think
in
you'll
like
be able to connect on every level because I feel like when like they said when you doing that you give yourself to somebody that way then that allows y'all to connect on like different levels.
different levels. Yeah.
But I'm saying, all right. Let me be more specific. Let's say y'all connecting on every level besides sex, and y'all have sex multiple times, and the female just lay there, right? And to her, it was torch, it was fire. She enjoyed it thoroughly. But to you, it's trash.
Nah, I
You
think
See my point?
you need to be a teacher. You need to teach her about her own body. She probably has lived more or less a deprived life to where she doesn't understand her body.
This nigga said she
Like that's
dead
not
deprived.
real. And I've had that situation before where it's just like this is just from personal experience where it was like in her growing up, she was in a family where they didn't, they was like, nah, that's not the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do, she never did the, watch porn and touch herself thing, like getting in touch with her own body and that type of thing.
Praise God. Praise
That,
God.
that's no, but that's the thing. Like there needs to be
that is the
that
thing. That is
that
definitely
level
the thing.
of understanding of yourself to even understand what you like, to understand how your body works and that type of thing.
Facts.
And by the time when you teach her about herself, you teach her how to work those muscles and do other X, Y,
Kegels.
Z things.
Kegels, big dog.
You know, when you teach her how to do those things,
Does,
it can change. It
does
definitely
anybody
can.
here have a daughter? Ty, you got a
Yes,
daughter?
I have two. I have
do.
two.
Yeah, two.
I have one.
Would you like? This is about to be so fucking hilarious.
Ah!
Do you want your daughter
no.
being experienced before she get married, or what?
Man, no.
Or what? Come on, cuz answer this question, cuz. Would you want your daughters being experienced?
Listen, I'm
before they
gonna
get
say
married?
I'm gonna say it as Charlamagne the God says it.
to
bro.
not run into these problems.
Listen, I'm gonna say the Charlamagne the God says.
Man, what the fuck you
Listen,
saving
every
it for?
every female is going to have a dick in her mouth, bro. It's happening. Or it's listen, relax.
Oh,
Listen,
Lord.
your mom did it. Your mom did it. My mom did it.
What? Don't
It's
talk
going
about-
to happen, bro.
Nah, bro.
Oh,
Your
Lord.
It's going to happen.
just your mom did it.
It's going to
Nah.
happen. Just let it
So-
go, bro. Let it go,
talk
bro.
It's
about my mom.
unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but I gotta agree with D on this one. Like this is actually real.
All right, so we agreeing with D.
It's just
So,
real. It's
I'm
just real.
saying,
I agree with
Ty,
that.
I just want to know what you think, bro. I want to know because I don't have no kids.
No, me personally, like I do. I hope she would. That my whole point is in terms of why I feel that way. I hope that she is. I hope that I was able to give her some perspective. I hope that what I'm saying she was able to enjoy herself during so because it's a natural thing to do. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, you gotta be celibate for the rest of your life and say you're like that's crazy. Like she's gonna do what she want to do. But at the end of the day, like I also see her, even though she's my daughter, I also see her as a wife one day. And as a wife one day, I want her to be a good wife to whatever husband that is. So yeah, most definitely.
Question.
Just objectively, wholeheartedly.
Question. Before you answer, Ty.
I'm not answering.
Shit.
Doc, would you be okay with your daughter being in a polygamous relationship?
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. See, the thing is, my whole thing about that is just being able to accept yourself as a feminine entity.
Ty gotta go. Ty gotta go tell his daughters he
I
love
just
him.
think it's stepped out here, Bama.
Wholeheartedly. As long,
He gotta go
feel
tell
like,
his daughters he love him.
Like,
me personally, I feel like that. Honestly, for real. And again, this is just me, right? I would almost prefer that.
This nigga.
Just because
what about two husbands?
you said what?
No.
No.
What about three?
I heard
What
you.
about
Three
Like, I
husbands.
was confused. Me
Y'all live in
personally,
what
the same
about
house.
what about two husbands?
Three husbands,
Three.
same house.
I
Three
don't.
husbands, same house.
I personally,
Three husbands.
I personally don't think that works. Quite honestly, but
But what if that was her choice? What if that was
that's
her
what I'm
choice?
saying. If that was her choice, that is on her.
Nah, fuck all that. Dog.
I don't. Hey, that's on her, bro. Like that's
Hey,
just
you
me.
wow. You a
No
crazy
way.
dad, man.
Nah,
I'm
I'm just
snapping.
real about. I'm just real about the difference between masculine and feminine energy. If you gonna be a female and that's what you gonna choose, then I mean, hey, well, I can't be mad at you for that. But at the same time, like I said, I would prefer the other. I would prefer her having sister wives and all of that. Like, so all of the burden won't be on her and that type of thing. Like, I would prefer that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Maybe when they turn 18, you should introduce them to Ty's daughters.
What? See, right. Y'all
I'm gonna
play.
just educate her.
Oh,
Whatever
shit.
decision that she make is what she make. That's just real. She do whatever she. I'm not gonna say she do whatever she want, but in a way, she's her own person. So I just hope that whatever I impart into her, helps her make her decision. But it's ultimately her decision, and I want her to be the best at whatever she chooses. Like that just is what it
All right, Ty. What about you?
All right, so boom.
Nigga
is.
said,
That's that's what time it is.
This nigga
Man,
funny.
I don't know, man. This is a tough question. This is
That's
a real tough question for me, man. This is a real question. I don't want nobody ever to touch my daughters, and I just want to leave it at that. That's like my only answer. That's all
I
I can say.
understand.
I know it's unrealistic, but
Yeah.
at the same time, man,
I feel
until
you.
it happens,
Unless
until
they
it's
turn gay. It might turn gay. You never know. You got time.
praise the Lord.
he said
You
one.
got time, man.
Hey,
Would you rather your daughter be with a lot of dudes or be with an ugly chick?
Ugly
ugly
chick.
chick.
Damn,
100%.
y'all
Ugly
niggas
chick.
so nuts.
Ugly
Hey,
chick.
man.
No
Damn.
question.
Yeah.
Because
No
then when you see
question.
that ugly chick, you be like, okay, so this the kind of taste you got. Ain't nobody stealing. You ain't got to worry about nobody stealing your girl. You ain't got to worry about none of
And
that.
then
You
they
can
must be the most
mama.
awesome individual, like
Big
personality.
Yeah,
fact.
They must
And they
be
loyal. They gonna
right.
probably be loyal as shit too. Be
Right.
mad
That's a
loyal. They ain't
long
going
lasting
nowhere.
relationship right there. Like that's dope. I'd rather that wholeheartedly.
a Peter Griffin looking dyke.
No question.
Damn. Wow. Wow.
Lizzo jump.
I'm
Real
cut.
loud.
I think I'm gonna cut that from this and have that as a sound bite. Niggas gonna say anything. A Peter Griffin looking.
Peter
Guy.
Griffin looking jump.
All right, so
What,
boom, fella.
what about dominatrix style? You ain't never, you ain't
Rugged.
never cut that. You ain't never cut
Rugged.
that.
Nah, I ain't never cut that shit. Rugged. All right, so boom. In light of all the drug talk we had this week, all right, so boom is talking about this drug issue. So, fellas, I'm gonna give y'all two scenarios. Y'all can give me y'all next move for each. So, first scenario is you at a party, right? Speaking of one night stands, you meet this bad joint, y'all party, y'all vibing, cool, bet. And she like, I'm trying to go home with you. So you like, bet. All right, so she hop in your whip. Y'all got just cranking out, bruh. Next thing you know, she pull out a little white substance. Put her hand like this next to her nose, just a little dab of it. And now she really partying. Pause there. Don't answer yet. Second situation is that same chick, y'all been talking for 6 months, but you ain't never see her do the coke. And then all of a sudden she like, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. When I really want to have fun, I do this coke. Are y'all staying in a relationship? Number two, and then number one, are y'all still taking that girl home to smash?
Yes and yes. I
Yes,
don't judge
Wow,
nobody.
wow.
I don't judge nobody for their drug use, man. Because
She
I
gonna
know how you listen. I know how we
She
used
gonna
to get
steal your
down. I know how I
microphone.
used to get down. Man, I know how I used to get down, man. I used to be, wilding too. So you do what you do to get you on that level. You know what I'm
Wow,
saying? And
wow.
if you feel like that, I mean, the thing is,
Have you been around cokehead before?
bruh, I've been around, bruh. Come on, bruh.
I'm just
Yeah,
asking, bro. Just they're
yes,
particularly kind of high.
bruh. Listen, yes, bruh. You've been around cokeheads before
That's
at
why I ain't
parties,
fucking with no female as a cokehead no more. I know that high is different.
bruh. It don't matter to me, honestly.
Wow.
That first night, if I knew the chick for the 6 months, we ain't dating first off. If I knew her for the 6 months and we've been talking or whatever, and she did coke, yeah, I'm still knocking it down because I know the chick. At least I know she'll survive after this. But nah, I can't maintain.
But I mean, she wants to
relationship with
date
cokehead.
you.
I'm not
No, she
maintaining
wants
no
to
relationship
date
with
you.
cokehead,
She
nah.
wants to be in a relationship with you.
I mean,
Well,
if
I'm
she's
not
stealing
maintaining that
shit,
relationship.
the thing is, I feel like, okay, in the long run, you probably can help her get off of it. You know what I'm saying? if you love her like that, you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, even the good thing to do is just help a motherfucker get off coke. Coke is kind of a hard substance. Probably try to like introduce them to some of that fire reefer. You know what I'm saying? That'll definitely
That's what
keep
I'm
you off
saying.
coke, in my opinion. Yeah, like George was saying, it's a weed for everything you want to feel. So if
Literally.
you want to feel like
Bruh.
you off some crack, they got green crack, so you smoke that shit.
Now listen, I know some people that hit very strong dabs. You will have to go get THC crystals to reach a cocaine level high.
Oh
That's some
man.
expensive shit. It's
Hey
like
man,
$80 a gram.
hey
What
man,
you
do what you
gotta
gotta
do.
do.
Do what
Wow,
you gotta do.
wow.
And
That
I
niggas,
agree wholeheartedly. Like I hope
y'all
you
committed
wasn't looking
niggas.
for nothing else for me. But hey,
Wow, surprising.
and then I haven't been around necessarily that culture before. Like this might surprise a few people, but I'm kind of looking forward to trying it one time or two.
Wow.
But
Good luck
Hey,
with
what you
that.
never try weed?
come on, be realistic.
Nah,
But
he talking about that Blanca, that
we talk about
Blanca,
Blanca.
that
But
Blanca.
nah, I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it. I'm highly looking forward to trying
Can
it.
I encourage you not to try it?
You
Nah,
No, you're
could
man,
you
not.
could try.
no, man, no. Do it, do
You
it.
could try, but
I
at the
encourage
same
you
time,
to
I
do
know
it.
myself. Like
I
I
want to
know
see you 2 years
I
from
have a
now way
list.
skinnier.
I have a list of things that I want to do before I die,
You gonna try
and
crack?
that is gonna definitely
Yeah,
no.
you gonna try crack?
I'm
That's the
about to
same
say.
thing.
I'm about to say. Try some crack. Just go in.
It's
Same
not
Try
the
some
thing,
same
crack.
thing.
bro.
It's not the same thing at all.
It's not the
Try
same
some
thing.
Close.
crack.
It's close enough.
It's
They
not the
like
same thing
cousins.
at all.
They're like
Nah,
cousins.
you're not gonna persuade that at all. Like I said, I have my list
Just
together.
smoke
I
some
know
crack.
exactly what it is I want to try. I know exactly, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, nah, I'll
They
never do that. But at the
they
same
distant
time, like
relatives.
as far as yeah, distant, very fucking distant. But at the same time, like in terms of pure coat, like I'm definitely trying to try that at least once. Um,
Yeah.
just to know personally, because it's at the end of the day, it's still an isolate of a natural substance. It hasn't nothing been done to it. So,
Wow.
with that, hey, hey,
Well,
it
El
is what it
Chapo.
is. I'm
Um.
not saying that I'm about to be moving it all crazy, but at the same
Uh,
time, like I'll try it definitely once, maybe twice. And actually, I'm thinking that it's going to end up being twice at least, just because
wow.
I have an idea of what it's supposed to do. So that's going to fuck
Nah,
up the first experience.
So
So.
this
this
nigga
I
gonna be a crackhead.
this ISO boom took when Wade left. I didn't think it was gonna go this direction at all.
Hey,
That's okay. All right.
hey.
That's what you want to do, man. I'm
In terms of her doing it, just outside of me doing it, like that's not gonna. Especially for the 6 months thing. If she's already been doing it, we've been vibing the whole time. Like obviously, nothing's gonna change. Me knowing
Yeah,
it's
right.
gonna change.
for me. For me, I done been with a girl who put e-pills in her butt before. So
Ooh,
yeah, I'm probably gonna stay with her and try to help her get off of it.
nigga, you put
Um,
e-pills in
if
your butt.
Shut the fuck out of here, dog. That's a big no. It's a hard no for me, sir. But the
Hard,
thing
huh?
about it is, if she this nigga, if she
That's a
stay on it,
difficult no. It's not. It's not. It's a difficult no. That's what you're saying.
difficult no, bro. Jesus, bro. I'm not. I can't think of no adjective to say, so it's just no, bro. Like if she don't want to get off of it, I probably would leave just because I'd be afraid she would sell my microphone
Nigga, you
equipment.
be doing coke too, man.
Nah, I'm good. It's some drugs that I say I would never try just because I got an addictive personality, so I don't try addictive things anymore. I just don't do it. I don't do it.
Self awareness is key, bro. So if you know that, that's on you. Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna try this.
I pop a pill again though. I wouldn't pop no Molly. That Molly shit fuck you up. I'm like,
Molly
Man,
is
let me
vicious.
tell you.
yeah, I don't like that shit.
I won't do it all the time, but like every once in a while,
That shit.
Man, that shit.
The day after Molly is terrible, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Nah,
That shit's
yeah.
terrible,
That's
bro.
fact.
that's
Big
true.
fact.
That's
That's
true.
big
I
fact.
feel like the day after E pill is not compared to Molly. I can operate
The
after
day,
E pill. I
bro,
hit a J.
it be, bro. You the thing about Molly is it'll be a day after you still feel all right. Then the next day after that
Yeah,
day you'll be fucked up,
that's what I'm saying. Out of nowhere, bro. I ain't doing Molly again. That shit.
depressed
I
as
was the one.
hell.
Molly was the one and done for me.
Well, I used to participate very highly in that activity.
Fact.
As long as you ain't popping Percocets, man. Percocet 30s. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I used to participate highly in that activity.
Used to, man. Used to.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
changed, man, bro. Now you
I'm
just
a
need
good
weed.
kid, man.
level of participation is always high. It sounds like.
Right. I'm just
I,
on my weed
What
now.
y'all need to do is get on that DMT move.
you right. I don't argue.
Everybody needs to take DMT at least once, bro.
I
Like,
don't
Man,
argue.
where do you even get stuff like who do
Ayahuasca.
you
You gotta
go
go to
to?
a. You gotta go to
so
a.
ayahuasca
It
is
sounds like shit
definitely
can only find
a
under a
native
bridge.
South American plant.
Right.
Go to a spiritual leader.
It's in South America.
I'm
So
like, so you
They
talking
got
about
it
go
here
to
too,
a
though.
Native
Don't they got it
American?
here?
and nah, they have certain retreats in like Washington and that type of thing that you can go in the United States that you can go take it. And I do plan on doing that at least once. But I took it within like in Florida in some nigga's apartment. It was like 10 of us in there, and I took it definitely. Like I feel like everyone should do that at least once.
Man,
No
you
question.
gotta tell me how to get a hold of this stuff.
Well, you
Hey,
should start off with shrooms. You ain't even take shrooms yet.
if you ain't take shrooms, if you haven't taken LSD in the form of acid, do that first.
Oh, hold up, wait, pause. You
Damn.
skipped. You said that real quick. You took LSD acid.
Oh man, hell yeah, couple of
Wow,
times.
wow.
Yo, psychoactive means mind active. Just think about that. So,
It went through my head like that nigga just said the word like.
What?
psychoactive literally means
And
mind
then he
active.
said, "Think about it."
You're creating brain cells the
Then he
whole
said,
time.
"Think
Like,
about
it's
the
not,
shit."
it's not a bad thing.
Brain
Y'all
active.
is fools.
Brain
Think
active
about
psych.
it.
Brain psych.
Right. Brain and psych mean the same thing.
I
Mind,
know, but that's just the way you said it, bro.
it means the same thing, bro. Like
Hey, it sounds like it's good as shit. That's all
we
I'm
were
saying.
we were given a concept of what psychoactive means, like in the
that's-
terms of so like we all kind of it's safe to say that we all have partaken and agree with the concept of THC. THC, the reason why well, the public reason why it's a banned substance is because it's a psychoactive drug and or compound. The concept of psychoactivity has been given a negative connotation where it shouldn't.
Man, we know that's some white people shit. Come on.
Hey, so and that's what I'm saying about DMT. DMT is just a stronger child, like a strongest. It's not definitely not because South America is black people. So let's be real. They took it long before white people was even on the planet. But ayahuasca in the form of tea of ayahuasca, or whether you take it in powder form and you smoke it like you do a THC
crack?
ice.
Like crack?
THC ice. I don't know how to smoke crack. I never did that.
I'm just curious.
But how you smoke a THC ice? So you put it. We did it in a bowl. I put a little. How we did it was a little bit of tree at the bottom, and then the powder of DMT was on the top.
It's a baking soda.
See, that's your thing.
Well,
I understand.
smoking crack can't have that many more steps.
That's what I'm saying. All you need to do is
The creation of the crack is a little bit more
So
steps,
you
and that's
can't
okay.
have that many more.
Actually, it might be a little easier.
It might be. That's on. Hey, that's between you.
I'm pretty sure all you do is add baking soda and a little bit of water.
That's it, a little bit of water.
Very simple recipe.
It stretches it. It
That's
stretches it.
between
You get
you
more
and
out
the
of it.
maker. That's between you and the maker. That don't have nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, man.
DMT as a pure substance should be taken by everybody at least once,
That's
especially black people.
It's a doc-approved message.
Especially black people.
DocShepherd.net.
DocShepherd.net.
It's a
Fuck
doc-approved-
with it. I'm telling you. When I get my hands on something and I'm able to, it's gonna be a thing.
All right, fellas, let's go ahead and close
It
this.
is.
Anybody got any topics they want to throw out there real quick? No? Yes?
Nipsey Hussle is a musical legend because he sold $100 mixtape.
We're not to do this right now. It's too late in the podcast to do
I
this
don't
right
care. I'm gonna. Hey,
now. You and George need your own debate podcast, bro. Just
I
have
don't
one podcast. It's just y'all debating, bro.
I don't care.
We'll be the moderators.
We gotta do a special show for that.
You gotta
I
put
told y'all.
Yeah, I'm
You gotta put a
We
fine.
gotta
vote
do a
button
Christmas.
on.
We gotta do
Yeah.
a Christmas show.
Yeah, when they pull up, everybody can pull up. Yeah,
You gotta do a
do
voting
that.
button and shit, yo.
Nah, it's
I'm
cool.
with that smoke.
It's cool though.
They have an honorary open.
I do. It is something that I do want, like outside of that, like on some real shit. Like it is something that I do want to make public. on some woke shit, just like anybody who don't know who Dr. Umar Johnson is, they bought the school and they have it. And
About time.
they have two schools that are sitting right across from each other. And his plan at this point is to open up. His first concept was to open up the all boys school first. So they're going to do that first. But because they were fortunate enough to buy two campuses at the same time, they're going to open the boys' school and then continue to take donations in to open up the girls' school right next to it. They have the school. So I'm going to throw that out to anybody who don't know who Umar Johnson is. Go check him out at drumarjohnson.com. Real
Yeah,
life.
he had the school for a minute.
Yeah,
I
for a minute.
Do the renovations to
I
it.
thought he was still looking for it.
Nah,
Nah,
he had that joint for a break. I seen that joint a minute ago.
they bought two schools. It's a total of four buildings, and they got it for 750K when the price of it was upwards of 1.2, 1.3 million. They just talked them down.
That's good.
So
Duma, congratulations. He finally got
congratulate for that, and I
school.
do. And shameless plug on my own website, like you say, DocShepherd.net. Um, Everything from guided meditation and natal charts and nutritional consultation and physical training and bulk health and wellness products that are sourced from Africa. So a portion of all of the proceeds from those purchases actually go to the farmers in Africa.
That's dope.
Um, hopefully, hopefully this plug get a portion of y'all Christmas money. Real life, real life.
All right, man. Well, that's it for this week, man. This is the N Word Podcast. I'm signing out. See y'all next week.
Yep, yep.
Sure.